What up gamers? Today I'm going to get you up to speed on elemental empowerment, what it is, and how it works during the current Solstice of Heroes event in Destiny 2. Trust me, if you don't already know the ins and outs of how to take advantage of the elemental charges, you're going to want to watch this video to the end. I'll give you all the details on which affinity does what and how you can extend your supers by a substantial amount while not in an in-game activity such as a Nightfall or Trials. And of course this only applies to the supers that don't blow their load all in one go, such as the Nova Bomb for the Warlock or the Blade Barrage for the Hunter. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you likely know, every year Bungie hosts an annual event in Destiny 2 honoring Guardians and their great accomplishments through what they call the Solstice of Heroes. This allows us to grind for cool glowing armor and extra materials, but also grants us an earnable empowerment depending on the daily element showcased. Same as our weekly Singe rotation, every day rotates a different daily element that can be utilized by us Guardians. This element cycle starts with Solar, then Arc, and onto Void, and then repeats itself every day till the completion of the Solstice event that ends on Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. I'm sure you noticed during the event that after killing enemies with elemental weapons, the enemy will burst out an elemental orb or 4, matching the element of the weapon you killed them with. This of course also applies to your abilities. But this does mean that kinetic weapons will grant no elemental orbs unless of course they can utilize the Osmosis perk. Anyways, if you're close enough to this elemental orb, your Guardian will consume it and add it to your elemental charge stack located where all your other buffs are displayed. Once you collect a total of 30 orbs matching the daily element, you'll trigger an empowered buff that grants your Guardian an extended super and additional abilities depending on the elemental empowerment for 30 seconds. So keynote here is that if say it's Void Empowerment Day, killing enemies with a solar weapon and consuming solar orbs will not grant you elemental charges to stack for empowerment. The orbs must match the element for that day or else you won't be granted the stacks to gain that empowerment. Now that you know how to gain empowerment, here's what you gain once empowered. No matter what the day, once empowered, the duration of your super is extended dramatically. I mean, you thought Spectral Blades lasted forever before? Just wait till you face an empowered Speckle Hunter in Crucible. You can also extend the duration of Chaos Reach for the Warlock even further while becoming Arc empowered and having the Geomag exotic boots equipped. Especially when constantly damaging an enemy, it just seems to go on forever. Along with extended supers, each elemental empowerment grants additional enhancements for your Guardian. On Solar Day, being solar empowered will grant you a solar pulse that reaches out and burns enemies within its radius. And if you're curious on damage within Crucible, it hits for 46 on an opposing Guardian. So it can be quite useful when rushing an opposing Guardian at low health while in PvP. Another plus is that you will also obtain a constant regen to your health bar while solar empowered, which allows you to be much more balls to the wall when entering combat. And if you want to get a clearer number on how far you can extend your super while empowered, well, with the top tree Dawnblade for our Warlock, its normal duration, while not throwing out any flames of death, will last roughly 15 seconds. While empowered though, under the same circumstances, Dawnblade will last up to 20 seconds, so this equates to a 33% increase in the duration of your super. But I will tell you that the duration is not extended by the same percentage for each super. They all seem to be tweaked a bit depending on the super being utilized. For instance, during Void Day, a Nova Warp super is extended by 52% compared to its normal duration. On Arc Day, Chaos Reach without the Geomags on will double its duration from 4 to 8 seconds. With the boots on, it can be pushed up to 13 seconds. And on the same day, Bottom Tree Storm Trance will be extended by 46%, which will push it up to 19 seconds. So now that you have an idea of how you can substantially extend the duration of your supers, let's get into the enhancements you receive while being Arc and Void empowered. Let's start off with the next element in the rotation, Arc. Arc is all about speed, so naturally while Arc empowered, you are granted increased mobility, and trust me, you feel it when that switch turns on. You also gain increased handling and reload speed on your weapons. Every weapon will be different, but just to give an example of the reduction in reload speed, while empowered, my Ikalos submachine gun went from 1.6 second reload speed down to 1.1, which is a 45% reduction in this weapon's reload speed. Now while I don't have an accurate reduction in handling speed calculated out, it basically just makes every weapon utilize quick draw while Arc empowered. And since mobility is difficult to calculate in number terms, here's a split screen of me running from same point A to point B to give you an idea of the increase in mobility. In this video, my Warlock has 60 mobility, so while Arc empowered, it seemed to increase that to the max mobility. But that's not all. Arc also gets one added bonus while Arc empowered, and that's sword ammo regeneration. Yeah, you heard me right. While you have a sword equipped, you gain 1 round of ammo every second, which means having something like the Black Talon or Worldline Zero in Crucible while Arc empowered can be a deadly combination against opposing Guardians. I also tested to see if this ammo regeneration worked with other powered weapons, but it seems it only works with swords specifically while Arc empowered. And I'm sure this was for balancing purposes to ensure that this isn't completely broken within the activities where you can utilize Arc empowerment. Then we go on to the last elemental empowerment, Void. While Void empowered, you gain invisibility while crouched or sliding, so Warlocks and Titans get to have access to the natural abilities of the Void Hunter. But while crouched, you also gain True Sight, which is basically legal wall hacks if you've never seen them from a hunter's point of view, and improved ability regeneration speed. And I'm not talking like a minor percentage reduction in your ability regen speed. I'm talking about instant dodge hunters and grenade spamming guardians ability regen speed. Regen so fast that a 77-second grenade cooldown drops all the way down to as little as under 4 seconds, and that's without max discipline. So having this empowerment can be super beneficial in PvP when looking to surprise those opposing guardians around the corner of the map, and basically grants you the ability to spam your grenades against your targets around every corner. But remember, you must be crouched in order to utilize that regen upgrade. So actually Void Day, if you come to think about it, would be a good day to utilize my Grenadier Titan build. I'll have to capitalize that next time I'm on my Titan, which is always, except for this video since I've been on a Warlock binge this past week. But yeah, that's basically all the benefits of being empowered during the Solstice event in Destiny 2. So optimally, when running anything during the Solstice of Heroes, you and your fire team should all be running weapons that match the element of that day. This way there are more orbs to collect and each member on the fire team can become empowered more often to take advantage of the benefits I mentioned earlier in this video. Just wanted to get y'all up to speed on this before embarking more into Destiny 2 during the Solstice of Heroes event. But that's it, gamers. Short video, I know, but there's nothing more I can share with you on this topic. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. As usual, if you enjoyed the intel, drop this video a like and tap fire subscribe for more on Destiny 2. For those still grinding out the armor pieces for the Solstice Glow, keep it up, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, gamers, this is Sir Mav, signing off.